One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Mic check. Just want to know if you're live. All right, that's a great way. Good, good, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from wherever you're watching us from. This is the Forex Clinic. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from everywhere you are watching us from. I know there are people watching us from USA, some are watching us from Canada, others from Mexico, India, China, and Kenya, Africa. So wherever you are, feel welcomed to the session. We are just starting our Monday, being the very first day, or sorry, the very first. I know there was Friday, which was a trading day, but being officially the very first day of a trading week, of the first week of August. We're starting a new month in style. Welcome. How are you? Let me know how the week has started already. How was your Monday? How August imekaribisha aje in the trading platform? I know kuna wenye trade NFP and you made a lot of money. Some you traded NFP and you lost lots of money. So tell us, how were you welcomed in August through trading? Mine, well, I didn't have the best of the best end of July. July was not my best month per se, but we are here hopeful for August. Now, let's get into it. First of all, allow me get to read your Bible. Guys who are joining this channel, we agree that this is a Forex devotion. I'm gonna also lead you in reading the Bible as the priest. Then we get into the markets. Now the reading of for today comes from the book of Proverbs 21 and chapter number 5. And I'll read. The Bible says that the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Now, a very great reflection there says that in trading, discipline and patience often win over rushed decisions. Just like in life, those who plan their entries, manage risk, and stay consistent often see lasting results. So let August be a month where you don't chase the market. Instead, let wisdom guide your strategy. So we're being reminded that in the month of August, let's always plan, let's be diligent. Are we together? Because the plans of the diligent will lead to our profits. We are looking for profits. So let's be diligent. How are you going to be diligent? Always take time to plan your entries, manage your risks, and stay consistent. Are we together? Don't overtrade, don't over leverage, don't over position, don't try to flip accounts, just maintain the system. Are we together? If the system do not allow, just be the way you are. Now I'll give you a scenario of the last like 3 weeks. For this July, I really had minimal trades. I think I had only 3 trades the whole month, 3 taking trades. Like I've traded like I think 3 or 4 times in a week, in a period of 1 month. So I've been so consistent waiting for a suitable setup for me to take a trade. So even as we head to this month of August, it is our prayer in this community that we are going to be disciplined, we are going to remain focused, we are going to remain consistent, and at the end of August we'll come back together here, both of us, celebrating what the Lord would have done for all of us. So this is our prayer to wish us well in the month. These are prayer to wish as well in the month of August. So people remain focused, remain disciplined, and God will surely answer all of our prayers. So, as we always do, I want us now to get into committing our August in the presence of the Lord. So, as the Bible has encouraged us, let's be diligent. A diligent trader is a trader who plan their entries, manage their risk, and stay consistent often until they see a lasting results. Are we together? So, let's pray. We have a trader's prayer there. You can recite it with me. It says that, Lord, help me stay diligent in my planning and calm in my execution. Let me trust the process more than the pressure, and may my trades reflect your wisdom and peace. Amen and amen. If you say that prayer, thank you, and let's head into the chat. Now, you're going to start off overview for the week. Of course, Monday, I say Monday at this particular time, just setting pace for the week. Mondays, mostly I don't get entries in most cases. It's just there to set pace for the week. Now, these are trades that I broke down with you guys. I think it was on Wednesday or something, and we hit the TP. But then the TP was just about here. We go to hit the TP. I normally base my trades on the 4 hour. Sorry, for the 4 hour time frame. That's where my trades are based. Those who know me, I base my trades on 4 hour time frame. Now, when you look at this particular trade, what was I seeing? I saw the trade was kind of in a downtrend, but now it market changed there with a market structure shift there over here. This was a market structure shift. Price came to this level and up a little bit, came to collect liquidity, and was able to move, leaving behind some liquidity in form of inducements. It went to this high, came to take out the inducements to form this low. And now, why I was even convinced this was low, because the inducements were taken. Number two, if you take the fib, this was about, it was more, it was at the OTE. Are we together now? So come to this high, to this low over here. Now this one was supposedly my protected low. Let me just mark it for you. This one was supposedly my protected low, about here. I want to mark it properly. Supposedly this was to be my protected low, because once price breaks this low, because this was a high over here and this was a low over here. Now, suppose price breaks this low here, then you can have market maybe turning completely and looking for a complete scenario in this particular market. But if price keeps on trading above this particular low here, then I'm confident we can keep looking for some buy setups at this particular moment. Why? Where the market is resting at the moment, we have this order block over here. With this order block over here. With that order block, where market has really tapped right now into the order block, and we got some nice sales into the order block. Here at the order block, anything can happen. Of course, it's a demand zone, so perhaps we're expecting to see some buys pushing the price perhaps to continue going up, or we can see more rejection to the downside. So at the moment where the price is right now, it is at our point of interest. where we'd want to see what price really want to do at this particular point. Are you together now? Because I was actually personally I was looking for this liquidity that's building over here to be swept. That's what I was trying to look at, liquidity over there to be swept. But yeah, according to my setup, or according to my to the structure, what I'm able to see right now, I'm just able to see what I call a wait. A wait simply means I really want to know what price would want to do in this particular zone. That's what I want to do, what I want to see. I want to see how price is reacting at this given zone. Now when you go to AUD USD, now this one has given me some other vibes that clearly are seen from this particular picture or from this chart. Some vibes which you can easily see. I don't know why this thing is still dancing. But you can clearly see that we had a breakout structure to the upside here. Market came, took out this low with a market structure shift. And in time you're having a market structure shift, we're expecting a retracement, then to continue selling. Perhaps price might want to come and mitigate this zone. Now this pair and AUD card, I like to call them, they're almost I think 0.7 and above related positively. So this one might also want to give us direction of what the AUD card might want to do. So clearly, I'm able to see one of my interesting patterns that I like seeing in most often. This one here. Price came down here. Some liquidity over created over here. So I'm very sure we are going to buy perhaps to this zone. This is a look at this particular level. So I'm looking forward for a scenario whereby we might easily buy to the zone. So if you go to the maybe 1 hour, if you go to the 1 hour, you can clearly see how liquidity was sweeping here. You can see how liquidity swept over there. Then price came closing above this zone. You can tell me why this thing is behaving like this. It is kind of shaky. Like that. Price swept this one. Are you together now? Price swept that one. But then I'd expect naturally, if price is sweeping this one, come down to this level as my low, it would come and break this one. But you can see now there was a fail. It failed to break. Price failed to break. Most definitely creating some inducements there. Price fails to break, and I see this might create some inducement. Why? Because I want to believe some people were already selling when they saw those rejections. Maybe some people were already selling. So price is really coming down, and I'm able to see some liquidity that were grabbed over here. Another one residing over here. Just a minute. I should be able to tell. I need to see what's happening. I was trying to check what's happening with this cursor. It's not moving properly. Okay, so looking at this particular price action, I might see sellers getting invited to this particular market. This is what I'm clearly seeing. Sellers are getting invited, and they might get induced. You see, sellers are just getting invited over this particular point because from the higher time frame, I do think clearly we might be heading. Have I activated magnet mode? Let me try to use it. I see. So we might be invited to guys who know how to disable these things. Giving not giving me very good vibes. Or what could be the cause? Anyone with any special idea what could be the cause? I think it's only in trading view. That's why that's behaving like this. Mm-hmm. Or I should try using the mouse. Okay, we're just going to bear with me in that case. Okay, so what I was saying is that I'd feel like, oh, want to bear again with Bluetooth? No. Uh, Okay. I think it's Chrome that has a problem with with this thing that's happening over here. So I want to believe that buyers or rather sellers might get induced to this market. Because from the 4 hour time frame, if you look at the 4 hour time frame, clearly me I'm looking at a scenario whereby this price would want to come and mitigate this zone. That's what I'm looking actually at. I'm looking at this particular scenario where we're going to have almost 73 pips. That's the scenario that I'm looking at in this market. I'm looking really forward. I know where we are reacting. Actually, I know we are reacting from a fair value gap. That's something again to keep in mind. We are right now reacting from a fair value gap, a 4 hour fair value gap. Where we are, that's one thing to keep in touch. But I feel like now that price showed a reaction already from the fair value gap, and it blanked impulsively to the fair value gap, I feel like price might really push to the zone thereabout. So my take would be in this particular market, we're gonna be able to see whatever is building up here. Although looking at again at another angle, I can see this build up of this particular pattern. And this pattern, I know it. You people, I've been talking about this pattern. So we might be handing this liquidity over here to the Stuttgart to get a price coming to this liquidity here. Let me use this one. I think this one is more straight. It is still bending. I think I could start using this because this one is kind of straight. So you might see price coming to this liquidity level. This is what I'm thinking. You might really see price from the way it's doing. Price might come because of the pattern that I'm seeing here. Price might continue inducing sellers into this particular market. So you might see price coming, even tapping this one and continue to come down even more. This is what perhaps we might see. All right. Hi, let us mark some important zones even in this time frame. You have a correct double top there. I normally say at times of this price, not even at times, many a times, all the time, react to what you are seeing. Don't react to what you are anticipating. All right. So what are we seeing? We're seeing these are fair value gap, of course. These are fair value gap. These are fair value gap. Okay, this thing is annoying me. Could anyone tell me what's happening? It's really annoying how this thing is dancing over here. It's not stable. So could there be a possibility? Could there be a possibility that you can have price tapping the fair value gap, then selling even further to target this zone? So for the aggressive sellers, let me give you what you like being given. For the aggressive sellers, you can work with this thing. Can work with that particular model for the aggressive sellers. Can work with that particular model. trying to see. Just a minute, guys. I want to. I think I've not gotten an explicit solution on that. Just have to continue with tunajipanga venye tutaendelea. So I was saying this was just for short term. People should not take this trade and come for me, but this is just a short term idea of how I'd be looking at this particular trade if I was to trade it. I myself, first price may want to come and just collect this liquidity before even heading further to the above. But personally, I'm looking forward to get some nice trades, some nice buys here, all the way to this particular order. Is it order block or fair value gap? Fair value gap. The fair value gap here on the 4-hour time frame that was not fully mitigated. That's what I'll be looking for, to get some buys to that particular level. Then definitely, of course, I'll be able to look for some sales. So once price breaks above this fair value gap over here, once price breaks above this particular fair value gap here, look what this thing is doing, guys. It's really ruining my life today. Once price breaks above this particular fair value gap, can also be a very good confirmation for a second entry, because it will now act as an inverted fair value gap, or just to take the price back to this zone. See a lot. Okay, right. So not that a lot, But I believe there's some liquidity going to happen here, going to really push the price down to get us to a very good buying level. Then we are going to get the nini. So to be precise on this, to be so precise on this, what are we looking at? We're looking at a price reacting to this fair value gap, either directly or indirectly. Can come take out people, come collect liquidity, induce people again here, invite more sellers to come into the market. See, the price still just inducing sellers to come to the market because it wants to gain a momentum to buy to mitigate this higher time frame fair value gap. That's what actually I'm looking to do in this particular market. Hapo tuko sawa sawa ya? When I come to CAD JPY, it has just come out of a consolidation, and yeah, it broke down, tried to retest, still going down. I don't have much to say on this pair, especially now that this thing is kind of choppy. I don't like it like this. Then DXY is resting in a zone. We understand how NFP behaved. DXY were really affected. They really lost it, but it's really reacting on a zone, and I'm really expecting some push to the upside. If not to correct this move, continue going up because it really gained pressure, and there was a market structure shift. So if you look at what has happened, let's even try to look with you guys. By the way, this NFP respected the price action. Many people are trading price action correctly. They ended up making money in NFP. So yeah, so it has come already to 50%, which is the discount zone. It tapped on the discount zone. So yeah, so having seen a break market structure shift, I was convinced that this one, although affected by the NFP, but NFP really just fueled its move to this. I was expecting this retracement anyway, so NFP simply just fueled the retracement. So we might see maybe perhaps pulling a little bit down to the fair value gap below it, but eventually this is going just to be a go up pair. And this one is not tradable. So you're looking now forward to be selling anything that's paired against USD. And of course, anything that USD is paired against. I don't know if you get that. Anything that USD is the quote, like Euro USD, should I just be looking for some selling opportunities? And clearly you can see USD, Euro USD. Right now we are this particular zone. Let me show something really quick in a daily time frame. When you go to the daily time frame, it has clearly come to the completion of the M pattern. That I say that this NFP mostly people are trading price action. Mostly this NFP really followed the fundamentals because it just really fastened price to go to where it's supposed to go. So again, you can see clearly this was more of a retracement. It is a double bottom, and the price has come to the neckline to complete this particular pattern. So that's where we are in currently. We are reacting at a very crazy point that you can easily see price. You can easily see price doing its thing from where it is currently here. So again, there's been consolidations. Look today. I normally tell you people, why would you trade on Monday? Look what has happened on Monday. This thing here, even if I go to the 1 hour, I say that I'm in a higher time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. Look what has happened today. Nothing. Monday, if there are no news or something, this is how price just behaves on Monday. No movement, just this choppiness and what have you. So there's technically been no movement today in price here. And this one leaves us with no option. Just wait to see, because yes, from the daily time frame, we're expecting a price. We're expecting price to really push up. Not very much, but because it's already at a zone of interest. But the fact that we have some maybe fair value gaps, which are not very many, but see price just dropping down, like drastically dropping. So you need to be very careful with this one, looking at the DXY. DXY might easily, you think also DXY is consolidating there. So DXY can easily drop a little bit, then goes up. So you need to keep an eye on this one to be able to know what is its potential next move. This guy, this is a trade I think we analyzed last week. It is still a valid trade according to me, because it has not broken any of my properties. What was I see even if I just come here? With still internal break of structure, and the last internal break. This 1 hour, so it's not my higher time frame. So that's why you see me writing internal break of structure. Now I see that there is likely. I don't know why someone would advise me, why is this thing behaving like this? I'd really appreciate. Look now. Really struggling with this thing here. It's not being good to me. Oh, you guys will understand. So I see like there's more of let me try to do this with my eyes. Whoa, then I'm going to Aribu Kapsa. So even if you can see from a distance, let me just draw this. You can see from a distance, it's like in this pair. I don't know if I get the best of the best. Okay, let me see. Sure, or something like that. All right. So I'm able to look at this market and see lots of inducements happening in this trend line. You can see how the market is constantly inducing sellers into the market, creating liquidity over this zone, creating liquidity over this particular zone. And in the final structure, or in the final stretch of it, I think I've seen something that's very, very important to me as I look at it. What could be that? Let me tell you, could be this one, of course. This being my last demand zone, like that. So with of course some inducement below it. So finally you might see sellers who are going to this particular market and waiting you to do what? You might see price coming, take out this one, those inducement there, and reacting back to this level. So these are level that again we are waiting for to see price making some reactions and getting trades. And you can see if you get these trades, this is 107 pips. This one, the least you should make in this should be $400 in just one single one. These are trades that I broke down on last week, and you saw how it went. We smashed the TP. Of course, we smashed the TP. To begin with, we smashed the TP very well, and you see precision. It just tapped the TP and immediately it was changing the knee. Let's look at something here. From the last break of structure, what happened? Price failed to break. This is GBP CHF. What happened? Price did not close below it. Tushike hapo kwanza. I want us to understand that price did not close below it. Just swept liquidity and it's now going up. Hapo tumeshika eh? So price failing to close below this low. What does this tell us? What does this tell us? And it from my experience in the market, once price fails to close this particular low, price would always try to come to go to the high that was the low, okay, the high that this low cost. Now this low gave us this high over here. Price came back, collected liquidity, so price is definitely running to that particular high. So this is going to be our region of interest all the way here, our region of interest. And you'll tell me, I don't want to speak these things here as jokes, but you're going to tell me this is going to be our region of interest. Although price has already moved, we kind of missed this entry, but again, maybe perhaps price can give us a very good re-entry. As we narrow down to a lower time frame, this is 1 hour time frame, trying to look at some internal patterns and what have you. You can see there's a nice sweep of liquidity there, and price is like almost showing us some signs of an inverted head and shoulder. I don't know if you're seeing it already. If you're not seeing this inverted head and shoulder, watch mchezo. Price is giving us some signs of inverted head and shoulder. So I'm looking forward for the price to mitigate this particular zone. Although now, basing on what I'm seeing, there is a fair well gap that is very sufficient to see price coming close to it. There's this FVG that will be very much sufficient to see price trying to just come close to it. Coming close to it, it will give us a very good entry. It will give us a very good entry. It will give us a very good entry to see price sweeping this liquidity to the fair value gap, and then we'll be targeting this zone. Right, tumewapea signals ngapi already? How many signals have I given you? If not 10, let's see how many pips. Oh, wait, 3 pips. That's a good one for the week. That's going to be a good one for the week. So that's the look for GBP CHF. GJ, this is a very stupid pair that I do not even understand how it works. This one together with its DJ is a pair that really understanding it sometimes becomes a problem. So we were really waiting, most of us, to see it retracing back to this zone, although it only did to here. So I'm going to say pass. GJ pass. GJ pass. Now this is another one that, again, if you go to the daily time frame, you realize that now we are playing with just fire at any time. But although as I said, I did not say this one. We're expecting to see price coming to the green marked zone, expecting some buys until that zone. So right now, let me see how many pips to the zone. 90 pips. We can be able to look for some few buys here and there to this particular zone. Although now, being very cautious of what Nini is doing, why are we going to get some buys to the Nini, to the zones? It's because of also following the price action. Clearly, going now. What am I seeing? I'm seeing some pressure to try and go up, although also some exhaustion coming in. But because look what was this. Bear with me on my drawings. What's that now? So we are likely to see some exhaustion because price is like, yes, it wants to go, but now exhaustion is coming in. Are we together now? And why? Because price tried to come and tap this fair value gap. You can see there's a very big fair value gap over here. This big one. Price came to tap it. And you can see this region here. This region over, we call it order flow. There's an order flow that's happening here, whereby with that change of delivery, CSD, from a bit of bullish back to bearish. There's a CSD there. So that's where price came, tapped, showing us some sign of rejection. So, hey, and with that we have some trend line liquidity lining up for us over here. Some trend line liquidity. And ultimately a liquidity over here. Showing you guys, hey, trading is sweet. So long as you understand what you are doing in the market, trading is very sweet. Now, what do you think? What do you think? Ahem. What do you think? Should I give you mine? Hapa, two things can happen. Because you're playing with the liquidity, this is just a trend line liquidity. Playing with the liquidity is very dangerous. Having seen this exhaustion here, there is still exhaustion here, and price has tapped on the order block above. Even the price might not come to this zone according to this 1 hour time frame. It might not. Again, seeing where the XY is lying, chances are very minimal it will come. But again, if it would want to come, perhaps we might see price collecting this liquidity, maybe punching to this zone, then coming to collect if it has to come to tap to this level. All right. So let me leave it there. We might have to see this particular move if it has to come here to purge this liquidity. You see this cycling because many people are buying there. Many people should be buying there targeting the zone. So price might want to come take them out, activate this one before going up. So although right now it is very critical to be buying or to be selling actually this one, but we'll wait to see what really price will tell us. But this one would be what I'd say. This will be what exactly I'd say. Because of that rejection to that level, price might want to come a little bit down to pad you guys before taking another move. Another move to the to the upside. So I'm looking forward. Allow me clarify this. Me, I'm looking forward on this trading window first. I'm just looking forward on this trading window. This opportunity is what I'm looking forward. I know we might have some reactions maybe above over here, but I'm looking very much forward on this opportunity to sell to this case. That's what I'm looking for. If you ask me, because I know from my power, it has already purged a place. It has already purged where it really want to purge. You can see this level here, price broke this level, came to retest it, forming a new level here where price has come to test it. So I'm looking forward just to trade this zone. I hope when I wake up there during the morning trenches, we'll be able to catch that particular move and sail this thing. Sail this thing. I hope pia hiyo soko itatupita tujikute kwamba we don't have any opportunity. Look at how this opportunity is very nice. Guys, what do you think? Market broke this level, retested it, came down, it has now come to exactly this where we CID, creating some sorts of liquidity here. What do you guys think? Do we go in? What should be our confirmation? If you can comment below, what are your confirmations for this trade? Because these trades are very good trade. Or maybe you might see price purging back to this fair value gap. You have a very little fair value gap here. We have little fair value gap over kadogo kako hapo takako kweli. So it's upon you. Look how you can get that entry and sell this thing. Look how you can get that entry and sell. This is these are even a flag. We were just coming down nicely from where from wherever we were coming from, and we've just this like one of the flag. Actually, if you're going to sell this pair, target should be this one. Target should be this one. Target hapo chini, nimeshakupea entry. Target hapo chini. So I've given entry on GBP USD, GBP card, GBP CHF. Let's see what's GBP card. What was the entry here? This one was for you to come down a bit and you buy. Okay. They are different anyway. They're not just directly correlated. Hii nimekupea gani? Hiyo. Hii nimekupea ubuy. All right. I think those are the only pairs that I should have advised you to trade. This one I normally just counter check with the AUD card, waiting to see what AUD card is doing. I don't do this one mostly. NSDJPY, it is just some crazy moves. I think it destroyed everything. Again, you can see it's having a very, very good double top there. Just waiting for it to come and do a test, but still behaving the way it wants to behave. JPY at times can be very annoying. It's very unstable. This one, I use USD AUD instead. This one again, counter checking for, let me show you even the data. This one counter checking for Nini. You might see it still pushing up. We might see wonders in this pair. Can see it broke this zone, and we might see it just now reacting to go up even further. Although it failed to break in the daily, it failed to break this high, but we might see it reacting even further. Don't do gold, guys. I don't do gold. I don't do gold. I don't do gold. But if I were to say something on gold, having broken that particular structure, and it's going, gold is time to buy, but we might be seeing a very great retracement before buying again. Anyway, don't take advice from me on gold. Here, we are simply still deep down in consolidations, those consolidations that they're used to. So guys, after saying that, I think that will be the end of this. That will be the end of this. I don't like keeping my thingy so long. I read somewhere that don't make your analysis too long. If you're going to spend much time in charts analyzing, chances of you making a mistake are high, especially for traders, not beginners. Beginners, you are trying to perfect the skill. But for someone like me, you've been in the market for 4 years and 4, 3, 2+ years and above. If you spend too much time on the same chart, you're going to try, chances are very high you're going to force a trade on that chart, because something that you've been seeing it for the entire 3 years, even 1 year, is very enough for you to spot it easily. So it is always encouraged that don't take much time, because these pairs are not new. That's why I'm saying keep your pairs intact or pocket. These pairs are not new to me. I've been analyzing them last week. the other week. The whole of July I've been having these pairs. The whole month I've been having them. So when I'm coming to look at them, there's nothing new is happening. I already know where they're trying to head. I already have a rough idea of where they are heading. So guys, that will be it for this session. I hope it's been a very good Monday opener for you. Let's watch this trade to trade. Let's keep watching these trades and see how we'll end up doing it. All right, let's keep um nini let's keep trading and see how these things would end up in the long run. And I know things going to be so much easy on our side. We pray that this week and this month is going to be very great to us. We're going to study this week kwa power, right? This week tunaenda kuianza kwa nguvu na power like never before. We're going to study it very fast. So let's meet in the Asian session. Let's meet in the Asian session at 3 a.m. I may not come live, but if you're there, wake up and look at those particular trades, look for comparison, and everything will be okay. Otherwise, have a good night. See you. Happy trading.